Yo, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Atreus, Certified Hood Ninja right here. But you know what? Screw the mask, screw the intro and all of that stuff. Because we got a little bit of a serious video to go over. Uh, I honestly didn't want to wait for the show tomorrow. It's been so long since we did a standalone video. I said, screw it. Let's go ahead and do this right now because this is something I'm passionate about. Now, first things first. Uh, this is not a blackity black channel, and this is not a red pill channel. But I do have a platform now, and a lot of people like to hear what I, have to say about certain things. And this right here triggered me to a whole new level. So we're gonna go over this, and I might go on a little rant. I might piss some people off. We gonna see. We gonna see. By the way, if you enjoy anything I have to say here, make sure you hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Kick and Rumble if you want to be a part of the live show during the week. Let's go ahead and get into it. So first of all, y'all remember who Ebony K. Williams is? More than likely not, because we tend to not cover things like this on my channel. We tend to do movies, video games, pop culture, and politics and stuff like that. But I felt like this was important, so I went ahead and said, you know what? I have things to say about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there, and if you can relate to it, great. If you don't, pretty sure you'll let me know. So Ebony K. Williams went viral some time ago for some comments she made while doing an interview with Iyanla Van Zant, and we're gonna play that back. So just for people to understand where she's coming from. Let me get these headphones on so we have our sound together. I'm gonna play this for y'all, and just pay attention. Make sure.
My throne and my crown is straight.
Okay. I'm looking forward to straightening my crown, Dr. Ayana. Let me ask you this. Let's get to the logistics, though. Let's get to the logistics. We know that Black women are earning college degrees faster than anybody else. Many of us are doing like we're doing, Ayana. We're getting those terminal degrees, those JDs, MD, PhDs. We also are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs, along with Latina women in America. Pew Research said that women are now out-earning men yes. in 22 of the largest cities in America, including where I live, New York, DC, LA, you name it. When we talk, and I know that you've said that you cannot teach a man or tell a man how to be a man. So I will not ask you to indict men in this question. But I do want you to speak, Ayanla, to how women need to, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build. When some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have.
They are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources. And some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking.
That was the point of that. So she went viral for that. And then not only did she go viral for it, everybody's clowning her and this, that, and the third. Because for one, she's old. She's like 40. And she's obviously looking down on the bus driver, even though she tried to say that she isn't looking down on the bus. She thinks she's better than the bus driver because of her career. She doubled down.
One of the most popular culture for making my interview with Dr. I want to thank the culture for making my interview with Dr. Iyanla Van Zant one of the most popular and actively engaged content offerings the Griot has produced. So before I tell you my thoughts, let's replay the clip that had some of y'all deep into your feelings. I do want you to...
off rip, she's already like going at people who had something to say about what she said. So we're not gonna recap what she said. So let's go.
Be clear. First, I am a professional disruptor. So backlash is my business. And I will always take it on the chin for the sake of advancing the work, conversation, or movement. So know that I am completely unfazed by the onslaught of nasty comments, wishing me a sad, lonely, bitter existence until my untimely death. Now, that is some weird energy to be wishing onto a Black woman, especially one who is
to be wishing onto a Black woman. Anyway, the point is she doubled down. I don't want to get caught deep up into this video because that's not what's important. What's more important is this bullshit right here. This. Now I understand this is from a black person's perspective, but this affects all of America because the white population goes through this as well. It's just y'all have more people, and so y'all can kind of fight back against it a little more than we can. So that's why this is double important for us. Why? Listen to this bullshit right here.
Black women are availing ourselves to all of the options that our hard work and circumstances currently afford us. And that means that single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more black women consider and even exercise.
What the?
So anybody that's in their feelings about that can go ahead and start to process right now. Because black women that have the privilege to embark upon this expensive and oftentimes lengthy process will increasingly decide to forego marriages and partnerships that do not serve us and that are not in our best interests.
What? What the fuck?
And now that bypassing those insufficient relationships does not have to come at the expense of motherhood, well, frankly, it's a whole new world. A world in which black women are no longer subject to the desperation of being chose, because now we get to do the choosing. And as we choose, we do have to contend with the reality of a dismally small supply of black sperm. Because most black women on this journey, we want to create children that look like us and that look like our families, and that means we want black sperm. And as we heard from Reese Brooks, it's the definition of slim pickings, and sometimes that means compromising on this aspect of your journey. Now, I am extremely fortunate that I was able to secure 2 vials of black sperm from California Cryobank when I embarked on this part of my journey last fall. But I do know that I am an outlier. So I've got 2.
I think we've heard enough. So basically, if you didn't get the gist there, this woman is encouraging black women to willfully bring children into this world on purpose with no father.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no.
You nasty, disgusting, trifling trick. Oh, let me say that again. You nasty, disgusting, trifling trick. And you are a weak son of a... Wanna know how I know? Because look at this. Not only did her video get ratioed, but she turned the comments off. Now, you supposed to be so masculine, such a leader yourself. You so accomplished. You so this. You way up here. But your weak ass turned the fucking comments off. You weaker than a mother. And then let me look at her channel, because this month she got 1,800 subscribers. And this is a woman who's been on the Breakfast Club. How do I got more subscribers than you? Look at this moron.
Being the 46.
And did she literally get in front of the camera with her hair like this? You nasty, disgusting, trifling trick. Let me tell y'all something. Listen, I'm gonna need you to hold on. I know it's a lot of you blackity blacks that might be watching, or maybe nobody sees this video. But I'm gonna say it anyway. One of my favorite things that Kevin Samuels used to do when he was about to say something wild to a woman was he told her to hold on. So I'm gonna need you to hold on to whatever you got, your chair, lean onto the wall, because I'm about to say something that's gonna seem wild and it may get me in trouble, but I'm gonna say it. I need black men, white men too, but to a lesser degree, black men, I need you to seriously start considering the possibility that you and the women in your community do not play for the same team. I'm going to say it one more time. I need you to consider the possibility that you and the women in your community do not play for the same team. Do not mishear what I'm saying. I'm not saying that y'all are enemies. I'm not saying that y'all should be fighting. I'm saying you don't play for the same team. Just because two teams, there's two different teams, does not mean they are rivals, they're enemies. They're just heading to the Super Bowl on different paths. But you do not play for the same team. And I mean that. And what I mean by that is y'all don't want the same things. I know y'all like this. Oh, you trying to divide black people? We already divided. This woman just got up here and said black women should start purposely creating children with no fathers in the home because her ass is old and she been used and abused and tossed aside like a used condom. And now she want to encourage all other black women to do the same thing she's about to do, which is have, purposely be a single mother. Just look at this freaking, she look like a goddamn mop. She look ridiculous. But what do I mean? It's three ways. When you take the black woman's dog collar from around your neck, you'll figure out that there's a lot of things that you don't play for the same team on. But I nailed it down to three specific issues to where if you ask a black woman, you can really nail down whether or not y'all play for the same team. I'm gonna start with one because there's a lot of these pro-blackity black people out here who ain't really pro-black. If you really peel the layer back and ask them, the first thing you gonna see is, are you pro-choice? Because we already know most of these black women, they're pro-choice. But you as a brother, I'm talking to you. As a black man, are you pro-choice? You gonna say, most black men gonna say, well, it's her body. You know what I'm saying? A woman should be able to do, with her body what she wants to do. Who am I to tell a woman what to do with her body? Oh, okay. Well, so you're okay with 300,000 black babies a year being aborted, huh? Then it get quiet. He started doing this. 300,000 a year is crazy. Yeah. According to the CDC, well, it might be according to black demographics that got it from the CDC. I know it had to do with black genocide, but according to either black demographics or the CDC, if it wasn't for Planned Parenthood, the black population would be close to 90 million. 90 million. You know what you can do with 90 million as opposed to 45? But you pro-choice, right? Margaret Sanger, the woman who believed in eugenics and started Planned Parenthood, is your biggest op in history. The greatest warmonger to ever walk this earth. She put 45 million of her ops in the grave without ever having to lift a finger, shoot a gun, wave a sword, or do anything because she knew her ops was so stupid that they would willingly hand over their own people in exchange for their own independence. A white woman is the greatest warmonger on this earth. Or warlord. I'm sorry, not warmonger, warlord. Wow. The number 2 issue. Are you pro-open borders? Well, you'll say, the black man will say, well, it's not really our land. It's stolen land. And first of all, nigga, no, it's not. It's conquered land. Perhaps so many people around the world need to ask themselves why we always getting conquered. But anyway, that's besides the point. But yeah, it's not our land. Who are we to tell other people? Okay, so you're perfectly okay with a dwindling populace in your own community because you're not producing enough children, and letting immigrants come in, outwork you, take jobs that should have gone to you in your community, take opportunities and benefits that should have gone to you in your community, while your population continues to dwindle and go to jail and be degenerate. You perfectly okay with that. All of a sudden, niggas start doing this again. Well, nah, you lost. Don't switch up now. You was pro-choice. You was pro-open borders. Okay, let's get down to the last one. And you didn't even got to ask the women this because you already know the statistics behind this. Are you cool with constantly raising our children in single-parent homes? We already know how the women feel because we 80% of us are raised in single-parent homes anyway. So we already know how they feel. We already know that it's statistically proven that children raised in single parent homes are going to be more likely to experience mental health issues, more likely to be criminals, more likely to not succeed in the work field or in academics. We already know this. More likely to be, play for the rainbow team. We already know this. But you're perfectly okay with that, right? All of a sudden, brothers start thinking to themselves, damn, am I really cool with this? The answer is no. So do y'all really play for the same team? The answer is no. All right? There's a subset group in the community. I call them the sisterhood. Keep in mind, they are called black women, but in their mind, they are not black women. They are women who just so happen to be black. Let me say that again. They are not black women. They are women who just so happen to be black. The woman comes first in their mind. They will happily, and I mean happily, watch the community burn down to the ground if it means them getting what they want. So you need to seriously ask yourself, what does it mean to be pro-black, and whether or not the women you're laying next to in the bed even play for the same team as you. I'm out, man.
Let's go. Hey. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib like Dracula's mansion,